Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
From some of the best professionals. Again, Reape-Rickett Law Firm's got, I can't even say how much experience you guys all have.
I think Jim Reap has about
31.
Over 30.
Right.
I'm debating between 31 and 32. Maybe he's in his 32nd year right now.
Right, and David's got a ton of experience
Correct.
as in the Rickett part of it. You're very experienced, but you have such a great team of professionals that with all that experience, you guys kind of know what's coming before it happens, right?
We definitely know what's coming before it happens. If you come to us with a problem, we can probably foresee what the outcome is going to be. That's how much experience we have at Reape-Rickett.
All right, so Reape-Rickett is without a doubt, the #1 family law firm. You guys, I know, do so much more, but I know the family law is what you guys are famous for and how you help out Santa Clarita. Why don't you give us a little of your background, Sana?
So I went to UCI as an undergraduate. I studied English and studio art, not the typical
Path.
not the typical economics or public policy or anything like that to go into law school, but those are the two areas where I got my BA, and then after that I went to Southwestern Law School, and I interned at the Public Defender's Office as well as the District Attorney's Office, got both sides in there, and then I started working in family law ever since.
And you, I know last time you were on the show, you explained your passion for family law.
Right.
What got you into family law versus any other law you could have gone into?
I loved working at the Public Defender's and District Attorney's Office. However, resolutions are far. I think with the family law, you get to really help people, and you see a resolution. And that's really important to me, to see that the case is going somewhere and then there's a finality to it.
Oh, finality and helping families. I mean, this is probably one of the most challenging things anyone can possibly deal with, other than obviously, medical situations with a family, is divorce. And it's the D word in it. But it has to be handled at some point if it's going to happen.
Right.
It's nice to have a real professional firm. What I like is Jim's been on the show many times. David's been on the show. I love listening to them because they're so educated and so informed and so comfortable with their job because they've done it for so long.
Right.
You guys can really help with a resolution in many ways. A lot of people feel that you just have to go right into court and battle it out like you see on TV, but that's not really how it has to happen.
No, not at all. I mean, a lot of what we do is mediate and talk to our client as well as the other party, or both parties together if they so agree, on how to resolve their case in a civilized way where they don't have to step into court at all. And one of the great things about Reape-Rickett and is that we go to court so often is that we know these judges, we know these commissioners, and we see how things can unravel and what's going to fly in court and what's not going to fly in court. And we can give our clients that kind of an understanding before they even step foot. I can give you a story, for example.
Okay, yeah. I love stories.
One of our clients, she was our client, and her ex-boyfriend, they had one child together, came into our office because they wanted to separate and they were working on child custody issues.
That's got to be one of the toughest things I would imagine is the child custody part.
Especially when there's a disagreement. It's so sad for the child.
Right.
But
and they lose sight of that at times, I would imagine.
Well, it becomes about me at some point.
Right. Good point.
Right. And again, that's not the court standard. But back to the story is that they came in and our client, opposing party, did not want to pay any kind of child support at that time, although he would, under the guidelines, owe our client some sort of, or owe the child some sort of support. And he wanted us to write in the final paperwork that no support would be owed. Well, we can put that in there. Great. But is that the court standard? No. And can our client always go back and get child support? Most likely, yes. And that is something that we needed to educate both the parties about.
Right.
Is that they think that sometimes they can skirt around the edges and bypass the rules and leave the child behind. However, that it doesn't work that way.
And that's what our court systems are for, and also working with a professional like Reape-Rickett and Sana Mashedy is knowing the ins and outs, because a lot of times your emotions are involved.
Right.
And a lot of you out there, unfortunately, had to deal with this, and a lot. And when your emotions involved, you just don't make great decisions when you're emotional. And I think that's why you need a professional that basically can help guide both parties,
Right.
especially on your behalf, what to truly expect and what are the options for them, right?
Well, let's get real. It's expensive. It's expensive to hire an attorney. And if your attorney is going to go off of your emotions, then you're wasting your money, because this is a legal battle that you're fighting. And so your emotions need to at some point be set aside, and you need to look at the legality of the issues and what's really going to get you further. What are your end goals, and what factual basis, and what evidence do you have to get you to that end goal in the legal world. And it is very emotional, and we're there to handhold, of course, and we're there to talk you through it. But one of our jobs is to separate the two.
I love that. And if you just tuned in, we're here with Sana Mashedy with Reape-Rickett Law Firm, the #1 family law attorney in town. And a lot of you I know are going, well, I hope I don't have to see them, but sometimes it happens.
Right.
I always tease that I put a retainer for the Reape-Rickett Law Firm because I don't want my spouse telling me that she's hired them away from you guys, away from me. So I make sure I just in case she gets upset with me, I'm all ready to go.
Right.
Because I know if I want anybody representing me, I want Reape-Rickett because they're the best. I've had, like I said, Jim and David and you on. You guys are always in the know and so confident about what you do and so experienced. I mean, you obviously have the resources of the entire Reape-Rickett firm to assist you in any case. Am I correct?
Yes, we do. We work in a 3-person team per case. So there's a senior attorney, there's an associate like myself, and also a paralegal assigned to each and every case. Your calls will be answered, your questions will be answered, and your case is going to come to an end.
That's interesting, Sana. If you're looking for someone out there, by the way, because you're thinking, well, why would I not just go to the man? Go to a very experienced. Well, they may be, one, very busy, and two, not give you be able to give you the attention maybe that you really want, where Sana can give you the one-on-one attention, but she also has the support of a high-end, very senior, experienced attorney that's going to help make sure that you're guided down the right path. So together, you guys work together, because our team's kind of set up the same way.
Right.
Gino and I have an amazing team that supports us and allows us to do what we do best, which is the details of a transaction, meaning a loan transaction. If we had to handle all the idiosyncrasies of the transaction, we wouldn't be able to look at the fine points, and that's what you guys all do together. Am I right?
Right, correct.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a really neat system, and it's a really unique system as well.
Okay, so when we come back, why don't we talk about, again, with Sana Mashedy with Reape-Rickett Law Firm, and we're talking a lot about child custody, which is one of the biggest challenges. We'll talk a little bit more about the mediation process for both divorce and child custody, and what they could expect, regarding mediation versus going to court, costs, emotions, challenges, all that good stuff. Plus, I know last time we talked about something that a lot of us should know more about these days, which is prenuptials.
Right.
So we're going to go into that. Is that okay, Sana, when we come back?
Sounds great.
All right. So stay tuned. We'll be back with Sana Mashedy with the Reape-Rickett Law Firm on the Don Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHS. Don't go away. We got our final segment. You know what? The fourth quarter is always the best. Don't go away.